What's happening, you guys? It's Winston here from RMS Philly. Check us out, here on YouTube. Okay. Also, our website is www.rmsphilly.blogspot.com. Okay, we meet in Philadelphia every other Saturday. Okay, every other Saturday at 4211 Chester Avenue. Currently, okay, we've been meeting here for the past few years. Okay, probably the past 3 years. Okay, 4211 Chester Avenue. Okay, at the school. All right. So check us out. All right. Come to our meetings. We're meeting this Saturday. Okay. From 3 to 5. Okay, we meet every other Saturday from 3 to 5. All right. And there's candy and like drinks provided also. Okay. So just want to say that really quick. If you have any questions or comments or subjects you want us to talk about, also please comment below. All right, or send us a message and we will hit that up. All right. So back to the subject, and the subject is Botham Jean, and who was a black man who was killed by a woman named Amber Guyger. Okay, Amber Guyger. And what we're going to talk about today is essentially, was she innocent? Was she right? Was she justified? And what does this all really mean? Okay. Now let's jump right into it. Many people like to say, let's just jump right into it. This is the kind of thing where I gotta say, let's just jump right into it. Okay. Now, jump right into this. Let's look at Amber Guyger's story. Amber Guyger says, like, I know a lot of you guys already heard this before. Okay, maybe some of you guys have not. But if some of you guys have heard of this, just bear with us here. Okay. Amber Guyger's story is what? Is that she says that she lived on, let's say, one floor. Let's say she was on the fourth floor. She says that Botham Jean was on the third floor. Both of their apartments. She says that she pulled up to the wrong floor. Okay, number one. Then she also says that she therefore went to the wrong apartment. Okay, she didn't look at the number. She just bypassed it. Botham Jean had a different floor mat than her. Okay, she says she didn't see that because she was carrying bags, so she didn't see that it was a different floor mat. Okay, she says that when she went up to the door, that the door just happened to be cracked. Okay, it wasn't closed. Even though he was inside of his own house, he left the door open for some reason. Okay, she opens the door up, lights is out. Okay, so he's in his own house with the lights out, with the door cracked. All right, man wanted to be in the dark, with the door open so anyone can walk on in there. Okay, she says she came in. Of course, she didn't turn the lights on. Okay, because the door was cracked. So she said, "What's going on?" She didn't think to turn the lights on, according to what she says. Why? Because if she turned the lights on, she would have easily been able to see that that was not her residence. She would easily been able to see. Wait a second. This isn't how I set things up. This is not my apartment. Okay? But she didn't do that. Okay? So anyway, she said she shouted to Botham to essentially comply to whatever, to get on his knees or whatever. And he didn't listen. So, standing in the doorway, how can I say that? Because it wasn't as if she went inside of the apartment and was going into the kitchen and walking here and there. Because if she had said that, people would have immediately said, why don't you turn the lights on? Why would you choose to be in your own apartment in the dark? Why don't you turn the lights on? And then you put, not only that, but even if she didn't turn the lights on, just walking in there, it would have been a different smell. It would have been different furniture. Even in the dark, she would have been able to see that. Okay, so of course she couldn't have said that she went inside. She said, "I just stand in the door," which I believe is true. She didn't go inside, deep inside. Well, that's what I think. That's what I personally think happened. But she says that she's standing in the doorway. She felt threatened enough to have to shoot this man. She shot him and he died. Okay, and she said, "That's my story. I'm sticking to." Okay, she was arrested, which I thought was extremely surprising. And actually now, according to what I know, is actually in jail. Okay, awaiting charges of manslaughter, which is essentially saying, "Hey, you didn't intentionally kill this person, but you were involved in someone dying, and we're going to have to, at least charge you with, or in her case, try to charge you with being involved with someone dying. Not intentional. You're not intentional. Totally not your fault. We understand. Okay, but hey, somebody has to, someone is responsible here. Okay. Now, witness accounts say, who are these witnesses? People who lived in the apartment complex. They said they heard her, Amber Guyger, shouting, "Open up, open up," knocking on the door hard and saying, "Open up, open up." Open up to who? To Botham Jean. That seems kind of odd. Okay, so she's knocking on the door. Open up, open up. he opens the door up. According to what they say, she shoots him and he dies. They also say that they heard him saying, "Why did you something to the effect of, why did you do that? Oh my God, why did you do that? Why did you do that?" Probably some of his last words. "Why did you shoot me? Why are you shooting me? Why are you killing me? Why is this happening? I'm in my own house. I didn't do anything wrong. Why are you coming into my house? Why are you in my house and shooting me? I'm an innocent man." He falls over dead. Amber Guyger was not hurt in any kind of way. She was not scratched. She was not punched. She was not beat up. Okay. But she said essentially, "Hey, I was threatened." Okay. And that's what happened. Okay. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Really, I believe the reason why she is even in jail for manslaughter is because of the fact that it was, according to her story, it was her mistake that caused him to die. That's the reason why. It wasn't for the fact that it was like that, or even though obviously it wasn't her mistake in my opinion, but because of them taking that as a part of her story, she wouldn't even be in jail at all. Okay, this is a racist nation that we live in. This nation is falling apart, people. I'm telling you, it's falling apart. Okay, that's what I believe. Okay, this nation is falling apart. It's breaking up at the seams, and one day it's things will be very different. I'll just put it like that, because of these evil things these people are doing, like Amber Guyger. Okay, they're destroying this nation from the inside out. Okay, the nations are destroyed from the outside and some from the inside. Okay. Well, anyway, you may ask me, well, what do you believe? Why are you making this video? Well, I believe 100% that Amber Guyger is lying. I believe she possibly may be part of the KKK. Okay? We need to keep our eyes open, especially if you're a minority and black person. You need to keep your eyes open, because her doing this was a test. I guarantee you it was a test. We can kill them outside in the park, like Tamir Rice, the child who was in the park who someone called and said that he had a gun when he was playing with a toy gun, like many children do. Cops pull up, and I think it's on video. They pull up. I think actually it's on video. You found on YouTube. They pull up and shoot Tamir Rice in the park immediately, and he dies. Okay, they don't pull up, like they would if it was a white child or someone else, and see what he actually is holding. They just pull up and immediately shoot him, and he dies. When I find out, oh wow, it's just a plastic gun. He ain't holding a real gun. I also believe that the person and these people that are calling these people in a lot of times are not only are they racist, so that's of course, you should be able to see it, in my opinion, of course, but some of them actually are in cahoots with some of these racist cops, in my opinion. For example, if I'm a racist cop and I'm part of the Ku Klux Klan, okay, which I guess you could say I have the right to do. I don't know if that's against, police protocol or not, but that's the group I want to be a part of, the Ku Klux Klan or another racist group, okay, and I say, hey, that's my prerogative, I can do this, free country. And there's another guy there who's just a regular guy working at Home Depot, or a regular woman working wherever she's working there. I can say, hey, we want to get these niggers, what can we do? Why don't you call in and say that you saw one of these niggas doing something, all right? And then I'm gonna get that call. Make sure you call in this area around this time when I'm working, all right? And I'm gonna come to the place, all right? And I'm gonna shoot the nigga dead, all right? Let me say, well, they would never do that. That's just, you're really reaching right there, bro. The cops wouldn't do that. You'll be surprised, okay? If you think that they wouldn't do that, you need to, study history books. Not too long ago, they were hanging black people in this nation as entertainment. Not too long, and they still are doing that today. They're still hanging black people, okay? You got a woman like Sandra Bland, okay? A woman who was pulled over and who was moved to Texas to work a new job, okay? And a cop was racing behind her, and she pulls over, okay? She pulls over to allow the cop to get around her, which everyone does. You see a cop racing, he turns the lights, you do, okay, oh, maybe he's trying to get somebody, okay? Or he may pull behind you, but whatever the case may be, you pull over. So she pulls over, and the cop pulls behind her, and he says something like, I'm pulling you over because you pulled over real fast. She was, I pulled over because I was trying to get out of your way so you could do what you need to do. So he starts making fun of her, basically like deriding her, saying blah, 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 blah. So she starts getting mad at him and arguing with him. She ends up being brought to the precinct, and they say later that she hung herself. So she's a woman who's starting a new job in a new state, starting basically walking into great advancement for herself, okay? And she's found hung. Because most black people like to hang themselves, just like our ancestors would die and be hanged. That's something that is of high value to black people. No, it's not something that's of high value to any black person to hang themselves. So it's something that most people would never even think of doing. Okay, but what really happened was that they hung her. Okay, They hung her and said, oh, well, she decided to hang herself. You know what I'm saying? With this situation with this guy, Botham Jean. This guy was a worship leader at his church. Okay? And I believe he was a college graduate or in college at the time. Okay? And what did they do? They said, well, hey, we found marijuana in his house. We found marijuana in his kitchen. Really? Or was that marijuana planted? So he's a drug user, okay? On top of it, I want to say this, that just because someone uses marijuana does not mean that they're a bad person or a criminal at all, okay? Plus marijuana is also legal in many states, okay? But on top of the fact that, even on top of that, you can be sure that wasn't his marijuana. You can be sure that wasn't his, okay? Why would you be a person that would wants to, get high or do whatever, okay? I'm not saying he against people. I'm just saying, why would you be that kind of person? Yet at the same time, be at church and be a worship leader, which requires an extreme amount of dedication to not only to church things, but even it's just a lot. I gotta go on with that. It's just a lot, Being a worship leader alone requires a lot. You have to have a lot of rehearsals. You have to set up rehearsals. You have to have people come. You have to memorize songs. You have to stay on top. It's a lot to do. Why would he be doing that at the same time be doing marijuana, okay? That's something that the cops took from the evidence room and placed in his house. Why? Now, putting marijuana in his house doesn't mean that she's innocent, of course, okay? He can have, anything in there. It doesn't mean that he did anything to her because she was not harmed in any kind of way, okay? But they put that there to say, hey, white people, pay attention. He had marijuana. Where have we seen this? Plenty of times before with Trayvon Martin, where they said, Trayvon Martin was if you don't remember, he was a young kid who was basically, he went to visit his dad in a gated community. He went to 7-Eleven, I believe, bought some Starburst, came back, and was walking back to his dad's house in the gated community. And there was a white guy named George Zimmerman who was a self-proclaimed, who was an actual self-proclaimed security of this gated community, okay? And he basically went and trailed this boy, called the cops on him for doing nothing wrong. He said this boy was suspicious. Because he was black. He said he looked suspicious. What should I do? And they said, and the cops told him on the phone, which is online, you can find it. And he said, don't follow him. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Is he threatening you? No. Leave him alone. And he decided. He said, oh no. I think he's something up with this guy. He hangs the phone up, goes up to Trayvon Martin, and kills Trayvon Martin. Okay, murders him. Okay. And where's George Zimmerman right now? Could be, living next to you right now. He could be wherever. He could be at the mall with you later on today because George Zimmerman is a free man. Okay, Botham Jean is not a free man. He's in the afterlife. Okay, why? Because this woman, Amber Guyger, wanted to kill him. I say of all, I say that intentionally with all intent. She wanted to kill this man. Okay, I don't care what anyone says. Oh, it was an accident. No, it wasn't an accident. And black people see itself so clearly. That's why. When things like this happen, if you're gonna watch somebody's online, watch a story that's online, listen to a minority, listen to a black person. Okay, we see things much more clear than a lot of other people do when it comes to things that happen to our own communities. Okay, it's just the truth. I'm not gonna go to a Latino person to figure out how it is to live like a white person, or I'm not gonna go to a Jewish person to figure out how it is to live like a Jamaican person. Go to a Jamaican person to figure out how it is to live like a Jamaican. Okay. Me as a black person, black young man, in my early 30s still, I've seen all kind of things, okay? Probably just my teens, with me being walking down the street, and when cops, ask me what my name was, and say, aren't you so-and-so? And I say, no, I'm not. And they drive slowly next to me, and they say, you are so-and-so. And they're saying that they know this guy personally, but if they knew a person, how would they think that I was him? So they hop out the car, and they made me give them all the information, and when they see that by my ID, I'm not the guy. They still demand I give them all the information. They have me sitting outside all this time. Cops that, even in the suburbs, I live in suburbs such as Orland, PA, which is extremely racist, or at least used to be. I don't know how it is now. This is years ago. It was an extremely racist suburb. Okay, I seen all kind of stuff there. A place I would never, tell anyone, any minority to live at. Okay, where a cop, while I was trying to catch a bus, pulled up, and the man that I give him all information was shouting at me at the top of his lungs, blah, 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 do this, do that. I'm like, I'm just sitting right for a bus. We're talking about. I do this every day. And he knew that he saw me there, but he wanted to get my information because he didn't like seeing a nigger in his area. Okay. From all the other things that happened to me many times being pulled over by cops for doing nothing wrong, giving fake tickets by cops for doing nothing wrong, being given tickets saying I was somewhere I wasn't, and not being able to beat it in the courts because at the time, even the courts in Philly where I live, or very, very crooked. I think a few years ago they actually clean out a lot of the people in these courts that found a lot of corruption. They're literally giving people, minorities, tickets for stuff that we didn't even do. I had a ticket one time, which I had to pay, where they said I was somewhere I wasn't even at. And I brought someone, I was actually at a party somewhere, nowhere near the area. And I even brought someone who was with me as evidence and said, look, I wasn't even there. He wasn't there. And they said, yeah, well, that's not enough evidence. And they said, I still had to pay the fine, okay? On top of all other things that I've seen happen to me being pulled over by cops for doing nothing wrong, okay? People in the car, okay, all kind of stuff. Me going on my way to church and being pulled over by cops, okay? And cops coming out of nowhere, surrounding me and saying, yeah, take him in for doing absolutely nothing wrong. Okay, I've seen it so many times it doesn't make any sense, okay? But you see me as a black man, you may think, oh, he's just like me. You don't understand, what minorities have to go through and living in this racist nation. Okay, this girl decided she wanted to kill him. She knew that he was a black man living down there. She went to his house, she knocked the door, she opened up, and then she pulled a gun out and shot him. Why? Maybe she wanted to see. Maybe the Ku Klan sent her because they wanted to see what would happen. Say, hey, we were able to kill black people outside. We were able to kill Tamir Rice. We were able to kill Philando Castile while he's in his own car. And then we told him to roll his window down. When the cops roll his window down, do you have a firearm on you? Do you have weapons on you? This is his answer. I have a gun in the glove compartment because I'm licensed to carry. The cop said, okay. As the video shows, in front of his girlfriend and his daughter, what does the cop do? He reaches in with his gun and shoots like 6 or 7 times into Philando Castile and kills him. Okay, that's what happened. All right. So maybe these people were like, hey, you know what? We want you, Amber, to go in and do a little test for us. We want to see if we can actually kill these niggas, inside their own home. What we're going to do is we want you to knock on the door and simply say, open up, okay? He'll do that because he thinks that, that maybe something's going on. And I want you to shoot him and kill him, okay? And then say that you were confused because you live in the same apartment as him. You could just say you were confused and you thought it was, it was actually, your house, okay? You didn't know. And the door was open, so, because of course the door wasn't open, the door was closed, and most people do when they go into their house, especially in an apartment complex, you're going to lock your door, and inside you're going to have your lights on, okay? But she decided to lie and say, oh no, his door was open. What a coincidence. How convenient. Why? Because if it was locked, she would have had to put her key in, and she would have seen that the key didn't work, okay? But wrapping this video up, guys, we got to open up our eyes, stand up, vote when you can, okay? Because voting does count. People will tell you voting doesn't matter. People that say that are very, very dumb. Okay, they believe people that say, oh, don't vote. But I guarantee you, people that tell you not to vote, they vote. Okay, until your vote doesn't count, and then they go out and vote for Donald Trump or somebody like that. All right, and have you thinking, oh, voting doesn't matter. Okay, voting does matter. All right. Every politician is not dirty. There are dirty politicians. There are dirty politicians. Just as there are dirty teachers. Just as there are dirty pastors. Just as there are dirty people in every kind of sport, okay? But there are also people that are straight and who aren't going to break the law, whether they're a politician in sports or whatever, okay? There's dark and light everywhere, okay? On this earth, all right. So wrapping this video up, guys. Subscribe to this channel if you want to be notified of new videos that we put out. Thank you for watching. Please like this video if you were blessed by it anyway. And comment below if you have any questions. If you want us to talk about anything else, hit us up in the comment section. All right, guys. Peace out. God bless.